Welcome back to Breaking Fallout. In our last episode, we picked up a follower who is very complementive to our build. Since we can't lockpick, she can. We also grabbed a suit of power armor off of an Enclave member. We also have a set just in case we want to give it to our follower. But this one's fully upgraded, this one is not. So, we ended up here at the Saugus Ironworks, and there is a side quest inside for us to pick up a legendary weapon. So we're going to go ahead and do that because there are a few other things in here that are super useful. Now you can see a lot of these forged are a higher level than us. That's what the skull is next to their health bar. But this build just chews them up. Only downside is it is a melee build. You do have to get close. Unfortunately, we have a decent weapon that we have given to our follower, so she can actually take things out herself. Now, eventually we will get ourselves up in hacking, but for now we're not going to bother with it. We could take out or bring out the Protectron, but most of the time he just ends up seeing you as an enemy after a while. But if you come up here, be careful, these boards will break, so just try and stick to the metal. And it is very difficult at this stage to sneak around, but you can give it a shot. Again, as long as your berry mentats... Oop, nope. As long as you have your berry mentats active, you might as well get all the buffs. But yeah, as long as you get that active and keep it active, since we can make them for free. Just in case. Now you can see all the enemies are highlighted, so we know where they're at. They are all below us. I do believe that one's the Protectron. Now there should be a landmine over in this area, so we're going to set it off. Backfire is what I call that. Now we have a target here with the Forge Keeper, because they have a note on them. I did not want your flamer. Now we're going to need to turn this off anyway, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh wait, that's the Protectron. Ooh, fusion cores. So they're always useful. Now there is that Kate? That's Kate. There is a turret above us. So we're gonna pull out the old laser musket, try and hit him right in the sensor. Okay, so now if we look at the Forge Keeper's note, they're going to tell us of a location of a key to get into a toolbox to delve into some more stuffs. So I'll go ahead and scavenge anything useful. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to grab that, but if you step into this molten crucible, then you're just going to end up burning to death. So there are flame resistant legs that go on that suit of power armor over in the corner, and that is what we are trying to grab. So, if you want, you can tell her to lockpick it, but I do believe it's this middle tin can has the key. So now you need the note and anything else that is useful, like the console password. I don't need any of this junk. You do need these junks, though. Always keep these around so you can craft on the fly. And there she's telling us that she can lockpick for us. Right now we're just grabbing anything useful and then coming over here to this console. Now if you haven't turned off the flow to the crucible, you need to, so that we can move it, because safety third. Now you can drop down here, and buried beneath it we have the flame resistant legs and then the legs themselves. Not to mention these actually can make the mod. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop out of our power armor. I'm gonna grab our fusion core since it's not at full charge like the one in it. We're gonna swap them. And now we're going to craft. So we're going to put on the flame resistant and then equip. So now that these have the flame resistant on them, we're going to go ahead and hop up into this set of power armor. And then that's going to allow us to grab the Ghoul Slayer's incinerator. And quest complete. Now what I like to do at this stage is I'm going to take off the everything. I'm going to throw a full core in here. Because, fun fact, a follower does not drain the core. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, a follower does not drain the core. So that will stay at 100. And you can actually pull the core out of the armor and have them use it functionally until the core will drain, and then they will begin to act as if... I don't have the stuff to repair that. I was kind of hoping to throw one of these on there, but we don't have stuff to repair it. So we'll just throw this back on. And we might as well... Hey, Kate. So she doesn't need the armor that you had picked up off of the random raiders anymore, so let's go ahead and take that from her. You can put your corset back on too, because you don't need the road leathers. And now go ahead and get in that armor. We're just going to drop all this off. Oh, not the wig. Road leathers, though. No, not really, but can you... What do you mean you can't reach it? Alright. So we're going to have to move it forward a little bit, because the AI is not perfect. Alright. Hey, you lady. No, come on. It's the simple mistakes that are always humorous. Let's try it again. Move forward. and actually talk to her this time. Hey, lady. Well, put this shirt on then. Are you... By moving over here first.
Move here.
Now, when I say the AI is not perfect, I do mean the AI is not perfect. There we go. Come on. Alright, get in there. Yeah, do you though? Because you've been struggling. Alright, good job. So now let's put in our core. And now that's just some added protection, and when we can actually get the other power armors that are better, we can give them to her. Note, though, that while she's in power armor, unless you are in stealth, she will have her headlamp on. Can't blame her. Makes it easier to see. Also, her armor still takes damage, so you will have to repair it. The only one that doesn't happen to is Dance, and it's only for his base T60 that he has. Not to mention, if you give him something else and then unequip him, he will not put the T60 back on. So there's that. But now we're going to end up going into the back of the furnace here. We did take all of our meds, so we have the Grape Mentats active for that charisma boost, and we're going to want it. Now it's going to put you into conversation, so back up a little bit and then get out of your armor. Oh, come on. Because this way you're going to get that charisma boost from your the outfit you're wearing. But I like to be sarcastic. So now he's going to tell the poor fella here to take an innocent life. So we tell him to walk away. And now he's going to give him a countdown. So now we got to take care of Slag here. But with our setup, it's going to be rather easy. Now there should be another one up here somewhere. Oh, she took care of him. Cool. Alright. So now that we've taken care of that problem... would he fall back? Yeah, he fell down there. Alright. But we are very interested in grabbing this edition of picket fences, because now we can build statues at settlements. This is going to be how we're going to farm even more XP than the shelf glitch. Now if we come down here and investigate Slag, he has the shish kebab, and he also has, the roof key, and usually he's wearing a set of power armor. Your level is what makes dependent on how good it is. Where is Jake? Really? You can set this guy free if you wish. You can even share stuff with him if you'd like to, but no reason. There you are. How you doing?
Excuse me. Wait, I'm sorry. I messed up. I can't. You're lucky I have a soft spot for the animals. I messed up pretty bad. Sorry. Look, I should. But I bet if you're I'll wait for it.
Alright, so now he wants us to go to his family's farm and bring back the sword. You can start the mission from his family's farm with his dad, but for right now we're gonna head out onto the roof. Now we might not have taken all of the forge out, but I know we did take out a few of them, so just be aware that there might be some conflict as you step out. Now I know we have not put it into the build, but if you do take a few levels of blacksmith, you can upgrade the shish kebab, and it is a great option for Kate, with her being rather versed in melee weapons. But her napalmer works just as well. I'm not sure, he disappeared rather fast. I don't know which way he went. But his farm is that direction. Oh, there he goes. So we're just gonna follow him. Now, if you have worked with the Minutemen and have set up a few settlements, then you know how this goes. But at this point in time, oh, did I have her take that? Hopefully, if you've been following my advice, you have. There we go. Yeah. At least one level of local leader. That way we can set up supply lines. Good, we got an autosave. That's going to be very useful here in a second.
So nervous. I feel like I'm afraid. Here goes nothing.
So this is a pre-established farm. We are going to have to do some repairs to their crops. It's just the Bethesda not fixing their game. But this is going to be some good food intake for the settlements.
It's back. I told you.
Abraham, Francis Fitch, that's enough.
Mama,
Shut up, Jake. If I hear anything from either of you, you'll both be peeling potatoes for next week. I'm trying to grow at it for years and trying to get you sorted out for yourself.
Almost dropped my controller.
Your son's a grown man. And if you expect him to act like one, you better stop treating him like a child. Jake, your father and I have been out there, and we know it can be dangerous. We just want to make sure you're prepared. There, it's over. If I hear another word about it from either of you, so help me.
Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and talk to Abraham.
She's right. I've been fooled. There's no way I'm affected. Here's something for help. I think you should hang on to this. Didn't put a smile on Granddad's face when he was being used to help him.
Alright, and that gave us a level. Awesome. So we're just going to look over anything that we can upgrade that we've already got going for ourselves. Yeah, we need inspirational. The reason being is if Kate gets in the way, now our attacks do not hurt her. More specifically, they don't tear up her power armor, because that's the biggest thing, is we will damage that ourselves. You really don't need the last level of it, so that's max level, just like this is max level. Better criticals and Basher will be our next upgrades. A little bit of medic, and once those are full and waiting on a level, then we start going for hacker. But for right now, we now have been aligned with the Finch farm, and we're going to be doing some work here. So, no, I don't want the moot fruit. I'm going to get out of the power armor. That way we don't burn up our core while we do this. But if you look in the workbench, you can see they have a finite junk supply. So that means that there are only a few structures and things that we're going to be able to build. First thing we're going to do, this mut fruit plant, or mute fruit, however you want to say it, we're going to store it, and then we're going to store all the razor grain. For some reason it's broken, and we have to replace it. So if we go here into the food resource, let's find razor grain. Put Put 2 of them down. And they do have a lot of extra space if you want to place some more stuff, but they can only do so much. You can see here they need more water, and we don't have any concrete, nor do we have any of this stuff. But what we can do, I don't know why I got out of that. We're going to come here to Jake, who no longer has a job. Everybody else is on food, and now that we fixed that, they're, filling out the food. But since he does not have a task, we're going to press R1 and send him to Sanctuary Hills as a provisioner. So now that we've done that, you can see now we have all of the stuff, our over 200 supplies that we can work with. They don't really need the water like that, so we're just going to put another one in and then give them some defenses. I don't think we need to do anything too fancy. I just like to put some of the heavy machine guns on the 4 corners of the house. That way they're defended while they're sleeping. And even when they're not, they at least support fire on any attacks. Now, normally you want to have your defense higher than the sum of your food and water. That will usually scare off most raiders, super mutants, gunners, things of that nature. So, if you can get it double the defense, then they will never be attacked. So, I'm not going to do that, though. That's a bit much. But still, that should be a base to get their happiness to start going up. And now you have another settlement that is giving corn, mute fruit, and razor grain, which will allow you to do the same concept. If you're making like a settlement from scratch, you'll put up your recruitment beacon before you start laying anything else down, and then you put down your food reserves that you have, if you have any. If you don't, then you wait for someone to show up, send them to Sanctuary, and now that Sanctuary is connected to here, anything that's at Sanctuary that is extra, as well as here, becomes an option for you to expand upon, making more farms, so on and so forth. But now that we've gotten a whole bunch of that out of the way, and we have a decent power armor frame for our follower, as well as a couple of new suits to work with, we are going to fast travel back to Sanctuary. And then from Sanctuary, we are going to head over to the Red Rocket. But importantly, before we do that, we come to Sanctuary because we need copper. Now we're going to be using our duplication glitch. What's up, Carla? So for this, you really do not need to be in your power armor. We are going to go ahead and stick it on the shelf. Now, while we're here, we need to grab copper. So go to our junk. Alright, and we're going to grab 72. That way we keep ourselves at 200 here. And we can start duplicating that at the Red Rocket. Now, anything that will increase your intelligence is useful here, so some Daddy-O, if you have that chem, putting on the Ushanka hat, a lab coat, anything that'll raise your intelligence. The reason this is useful is that will give you a little more experience for what we're doing, but this can end up being, oh my goodness. This is not good because I'm out of my armor. And Kate is on top of it. You go, girl. Was that it? Just these two? No, there's someone else. Oh, he's over there. Get him. That was scary. Alright. And here's some more Hellfire stuff. Military fatigues, which are useful. And then he has a nice napalmer as well. But we already gave her one of those. You the girl, Kate. That was very well handled. But now we can go into our inventory and look at their orders to eliminate me. Now, I had forgot to mention, whenever we were doing the quest for Echoes of the Past and went to the campsite that they have, if you go into the computer there, you can actually find 3 other campsites that will have magazines that allow you to build enclave creation stuff at the settlement. None of it's really game breaking, so I'm not gonna bother. But now that we're here, we want to interact to make this one of our workshops. And we are going to start duplicating our copper. So drop it on the ground, workshop, and then you're gonna hit scrap, select to scrap it, and then hit circle directly after that to try and interrupt the scrap so you can store it. Hopefully your follower won't get in the way. So we heard the scrap and it asked us if we want to store. That's how we know we've gotten it. Alright, so now you can see we have doubled our copper. I'm going to pick it up or else it's going to start glitching out because it wants to keep all of the copies. But we're trying to make as much copper as we can right now. I mean a good bit. Thousands and thousands of copper. So come on now. There we go. And this shouldn't take too long once you've, had a little bit of practice in doing this. And you get your pattern down. Again, I'm... personal favorite method is I have my left hand fingers over square and X, and then my thumb over circle, and then I just roll them kind of like I'm trying to pull off a special move in a fighting game. I didn't get it that time. Kate,
Heads up.
stop pacing.
Here.
Yeah, just go over there
Wait there.
and stay for a second. Thank you. Alright, so rolling the fingers yet again. And I admit this is going to take a bit, but honestly, once you've got the hang of it, you should be able to make... Woman? As much as I appreciate your help, you are messing with my mojo right now. Anyway, once you have a desirable amount... Wrong button. A desirable amount of copper. So, again, we want thousands. And you can make this as big as you want, because, again, this is going to be an endless way of leveling. So we're just going to do it one more time here. Oh, come on. Kate, I will put you back in the combat zone. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, so now that we've gotten that done, I don't know why I got out of the build menu. We're going to clear a little bit of space just to make this a cleaner process. Kate, please stay out of the way. But we are going to come here to decorations, go into statues, and the baseball statue or the Minuteman statue are your best bets for doing this. But we're going to just make as many of these as we can and fill out this camp size. So you're going to see the size jump up pretty quickly. And you can see already how much experience this is already giving us. But we want that size to be as big as we can get it. We want to max this place out. That's one of the reasons I like using the Red Rocket. It is a smaller location, so it's very easy to max this out fast. So now you see it says nothing can be built, but we still have the ability to make almost 400 more statues. So now you're just going to rock back and forth between square and X on PlayStation, and it'll build and scrap as you go. Or at least that's the idea. I don't know why it was not working there for a second. Alright, so yeah, let's back up. But you now can just keep scrapping and building the same statue over and over again. And this is a good way to farm levels. Now, like I had said, anything that can boost your intelligence is going to help this process go faster. But with the rapid construction that you're getting here, why does it keep doing that? Yeah, with the rapid construction that you're getting here, it's very easy just to get Idiot Savant to go off in a chain, essentially. And again, when you start getting low on copper, just make more. Now you can see we've leveled up again. But there are, many different ways. Raising your intelligence is a good one. Eating some squirrel stew, if you've gotten the ingredients for that, is another way. Resting in a bed to get that bonus. If you've gotten Kate maxed out in Affinity, you could have that, Lover's Embrace or whatever they call it, and that's a 25% boost. But again, with as rapid as you're doing this, you really don't need the boosters. So all you really need is the copper. So just watch how much you've got, because you see we're not getting back the resource like you do with the shelves. So we're not getting half that back. We're not getting 5 copper every time we scrap. You're just scrapping it. But this is a quick-ish and easy way to boost your levels. I honestly can't think of what level I need to be getting to. I would just like to get to 50. But we're trying to get our armor smith, our gun nut, and our science up. That way we can continue to make and improve on our power armors. But again, when you get low, you just go ahead and dupe some more. Oh, come on. So, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I don't know how many more. Let's see, we got 7 levels from that. Holy cow, that was a good one. So we want armor, we want gun nut. I need level 28 and 41. We definitely want Basher. Aha! So now that we have Basher all the way maxed, you see how it can also perform a critical hit. That will go off rapidly, and you will drop a lot of things in your path. So better criticals is good to grab right now. Let's go ahead and cap collector and medic. That works. That works very well. So yeah, I'm going to... Honestly, I might boost 250. That would be your best bet, just because at level 50 you will no longer have any requirements for any of these perks that you have access to. And then after that, it's just grabbing more perks or throwing them into, you know, other categories or categories you want. Now I'm going to tell you, rooted does not work for this. Even if you're standing still, it doesn't count it as melee damage because it's bashing. But Pain Train is super fun to use. So if you want to put the 2 points into strength, start working on that, since we are going to be in the power armor. But yeah, I'm just going to boost my level. When we're done that, we're probably going to do Speak of the Devil. But mainly I know I'm going to at least get to 41, because I want to have Armorer and Science maxed out at the very least. That way we can get the best of the best going on our power armors. Now, to be completely honest, you can get most of everything with our little crafting trick at the level 3s, but again, this is a quick and easy infinite way of leveling, and I'm going to use every exploit at my disposal to get the best outcome. So yeah, especially since we've already got that one suit of Enclave armor, and we are going to give that... Oh, come on now. We are going to give that to Kate, because it is really good defense. And then we are going to be going on our own quest, which is Speak of the Devil. We could do it from the last part of Echoes from the Past, but there is a beneficial modification at the end of Speak of the Devil. So yeah, I'm going to boost our levels. I'm going to upgrade the armors that we already have, and then we are going to head and get ourselves another suit of armor. But hopefully you found this informative and entertaining, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.